Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Your northern experience is never complete without a stop at the historic Ma Dieter's of Luzerne. Enjoy the ambiance inside or outside on the huge patio area. Order from the complete menu with entrees served hot, fresh, and good. Come experience Ma Dieter's in the heart of God's country, Luzerne, Michigan. Luzerne Express Campground is the premier campground with everything to make your northern adventure complete. Modern and rustic campsites, equestrian campers welcome, a huge market with bakery and deli, nearby RV, hiking, and horse trails, along with a complete canoe, raft, and kayak rental. Visit us online, then call for more information and reserve your spot today. It's been a Michigan tradition for decades. Now on this edition of Michigan Magazine, we learn more about that familiar blue box stuffed with Michigan goodness you see on prime aisle locations at your local supermarket, Jiffy Mix. We visit with the CEO of Jiffy, Howdy Holms, who tells us the story of how his grandmother came up with that idea to create a biscuit mix that could be whipped up in a jiffy. The idea spawned an empire. Today's show is highlighted with an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at plant operations at their Chesea, Michigan headquarters. And since we're on the topic of food, we're heading into Uncle Cliff's kitchen as preparations are being made for our first Uncle Cliff's Kitchen cooking segment to be featured soon here on Michigan Magazine. We meet some of the cooks and feel the excitements of the upcoming debut this summer. It's all coming up on Michigan Magazine. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, what began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more, plus a full menu at the new adjacent traffic stop diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center at Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. Something special's cooking, hot and delicious. Indulge yourself at Morning at Maggie's in Bay City. Omelets, frittatas, hotcakes, and more. Make every day special with a stop at Morning at Maggie's for breakfast or lunch on Saginaw in Bay City.
As you know, for those of you who watch our show on a regular basis, we do get around. We've been to the top of the Mackinac Bridge, and we've been there for Michigan's first underwater historical marker in the Great Lakes. And we're always finding out more about our ethnic foods we have in our state. And this segment is about corn muffins and biscuits. Little did I know it had its beginnings right here in Michigan. And that is Jiffy Mix, a family business still based in Chesea and employs over 300 people. We visited their home headquarters and we talked first with CEO Howdy Holms, grandson of the founder, Howard Holms. Howdy, thanks so much for having us down here at Chesea, Michigan.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it.
And to talk with you about how Jiffy got its name, how it all got started for the family here in Chesea, Michigan, and putting, Chesea, Michigan on the map, the world map, you might say.
Oh, geez, thanks. That's going to be hard to respond to. But this item, really, our first item, which came out in 1930, Jiffy Baking Mix, was the formula and the name were conceived, if you will, by my grandmother. And the story behind it is that as a young lady in the late 20s, my father and his twin brother Dudley, our father Howard and his twin brother, young kids, they had a friend that they played with from time to time who had lost his mom, and so just the father was there to care for him, and one day, the twins, as they were called, my father and uncle, invited this guy over for lunch, which was not unusual, except his father had made him a bag lunch that day. Anyway, they talked him into coming over and said, come on over anyway. And it turns out my grandmother looked in his lunch, just out of curiosity, I think, and saw that there was some homemade biscuits in there, and I think they were kind of a little bit less than what
she might have thought.
And I believe that that's really where she got the idea of, wouldn't it be nice to be able to have a product that would be convenient for people even men. And in this area, I want to add that she was so far ahead of her time that she ended up making a product that, quality item, that really is so simple even a man could do it. Now, that's not the way usually stories are told, but in essence, that's what happened. And the name Jiffy came from the fact that when she was a little girl, when her father would come home for lunch, the gal that they had working with them in the kitchen would say to my grandmother, Mabel, you run and tell your father that these biscuits will be ready in a jiffy. She, remembering that, that's how it all came together.
So come the term Jiffy.
That's it.
And it certainly is. And now, today, you have them in small packages. You have cornmeal muffin. You have blueberry muffins. You have what? 17 different kinds of
We've got 17 different products, Del. 16 of them come in a box size equivalent to this that range from 6.5 to 9 ounces, depending on the product. Cakes 9 ounce. And 16 of our 17 items retail for less than the price of a candy bar.
My goodness.
So a little explanation behind that might be required. We don't advertise our products like traditional companies do. We believe, and our philosophy is, that we want to give value, which is the combination of quality ingredients and the best price to the end user, that being the consumer. So we just rely on the quality of our products and word of mouth, which is as pure as it gets.
Yes, it is.
To promote our products, and here we are 65 years later.
65 years later, and it's all over the world.
It is all over the world. We primarily market just in the United States. We've had lots of opportunities to get in the export business, and I think we will in earnest, even though I have heard of it being sold in a lot of countries. It's not necessarily by our doing per se. As a family business, we are spastic about in the integrity of our products, and in our facility here, the only one in Chelsea, we have 3 production shifts around the clock, and we make 1.4 million boxes of Jiffy Mix a day. So.
Family operated.
You bet.
Family started. And it's been in business now for, what, 100 years or so?
Really, we started in the late 1800s here in Chelsea as a flour mill. And the name Chelsea Milling Company was incorporated in 1901. We were then operating as a flour mill. In the early 1900s, we would mill wheat, turn it into flour, and we did some bulk flour sales. But when my grandmother invented this product, and it came out in 1930, then our attention shifted to what we call retail sales. To our knowledge, this item was the very first retail prepared item in the United States. So you might say that...
first pre-mixed.
Right. We could say that we started the convenience craze.
What is it that you see that makes it stand out heads and shoulders maybe above the rest? Is it the packaging? Is it, I mean,
no,
you know, the quality
hasn't changed.
the packaging hasn't changed in
no. The little blue boxes, that's what people have come to know us for, and that's what they look for. As I mentioned, we don't advertise and so on, so we don't have the ability to influence consumer opinion, be that positively or negatively. I throw that in there. And really the thing that we have more than anybody is we have value. Again, it's the combination of quality ingredients and the best price. There is no value without both of those. Now, that's kind of a popular thing to say these days.
Oh, yeah.
But I think value is something that we invented with our products. We've never put the costs in, so in today's terminology where everybody's talking about just-in-time and efficient consumer response and taking all the costs out, we chuckle about that a little bit, because the secret to that is if you don't put the costs in, you don't have to worry about taking the costs out.
There you go. And the value must be there because you've been in business now for over some 60-some years. This is your 65th year.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Baking Mix. You know, there's more connected to the state of Michigan than just the fact that our facility, and only facility, is here. Now, our single largest raw ingredient is wheat. And we use a type of wheat that is exclusively grown in the state of Michigan. And there's another big connection with the farmers and exclusive. It's called Michigan Soft Winter White Wheat. And we happen to feel that it makes the best flour for cakes and so on. We manufacture 4 different types of flour, all of which is used exclusively in our different products.
So there you have it, a true Michigan product from start to finish. From Howdy's office, we were introduced to the Vice President in charge of manufacturing, Dudley Holmes, where we learned more about the actual manufacturing process from quality development and control to the actual packaging and shipping. Dudley told us that 50 to 60 semi-trucks are loaded daily, transporting over 1 million boxes of Jiffy Mix products to all areas of the U.S. Dudley went on to tell us how the entire manufacturing process is a truly self-contained operation, including a parts shop capable of tooling special replacement parts to take care of any unexpected breakdowns in the daily operation.
We have mills, saws, bandsaws, turning mills, and any part that works on our machines can be remanufactured here.
Yeah.
And we have a card file system so they can go right to the exact part, and we have directions how to make it.
Great. In all the years that you've been with the company, and it's been a family affair here, Dudley, what is it that you see, what keeps you going on, besides the namesake and so on? Is there something there that inspires you to keep going with whatever your great-grandfather?
Well, number one, I enjoy working here, and I enjoy being around the people that we have. We welcome to walk out anytime you want. I'm not kidding. The people are the most wonderful asset that we have.
The Jiffy Mix operation is quite an impressive one, drawing tour groups from all walks of life, from children to adults. People make their way to the Jiffy headquarters to learn more about a product that more than likely many of them have used and perhaps grew up with. Experienced guides are on staff to tell the Jiffy Mix story to all. Do you think your great-grandfather would be surprised today to see where it's at?
I guarantee you he would. It's progressed from something that was very small and tiny, just a little, almost like a mom and pop store, just making some family flour, and to be a nationally known player with competitors like we have.
Oh my goodness, yes.
We do a good job battling the big guys.
You certainly do. Well, Dudley Holmes, it certainly has been a pleasure to come down here to Chelsea, Michigan, and to learn more about your family operation and to learn more about this product called Jiffy. It's a true Americana story of a real true entrepreneur. Howdy, at this time, I'd like to say it's been a pleasure to come down here to meet you firsthand.
Thank you very much. Glad to have the opportunity to talk about Michigan. People ask us, when are you going to move down south? And we're not going to leave Michigan ever. This is our home, and we're happy to be here and happy to serve the people of Michigan too.
Howdy, on that note, thanks for being part of Michigan Magazine.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Del.
Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery. Rose City Drug, just south of the Rose City city limits at 2640 North M33, featuring a state-of-the-art, completely automated and extremely accurate computer-filled prescription process.
Here at Rose City Drug, we're family-owned and operated for over 20 years. We offer fast and friendly service, and we always take the extra step to make sure your needs are fulfilled.
Hingeman Acres Canoe Livery and Resort on M33 just north of Mayo, catering to the outdoor enthusiasts. Cabins, canoes, kayaks, rafts, and more. Daytime or overnight trips along the world-famous Asabo River. A family getaway for over 75 years. This is the pre-show live.
Pre-show.
Go background
Setup.
all the way from Stone Bay City at one of them eggs. We're looking excited.
Setting up for the big show.
Yeah,
Get ready.
What are you making today?
Oh, man, I got some really cool things. And even picked up additional stuff here this morning.
All right.
We're doing our French toast. We're going to do a banana foster. So we're going to cook with some flames and have some fun.
Very good.
I was going to do some frittatas, some migas.
My.
Cliff wanted some pancakes. We got to do some pancakes.
So we'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then I stopped at Ted's on the way here, so we got some cool stuff to do there too. So.
Yeah, Ted's is an amazing place. We'll be featuring in Michigan Magazine pretty soon too. They've got
sure
great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff. We'll let you get back to
thanks.
preparing. Thanks, Rod. Hello, Darlene.
Hi.
Get ready for the show.
Just get ready for the show. Getting everything opened up here, ready to use.
Artisan cheeses from around the world.
Okay.
We like to do right now. We like to do monthly features. So we'll pick a state or a country and feature the products from that region.
Wonderful.
Right now we're featuring French cheeses. So we have a lot of the nice imports. But typically we like to feature a lot of American farm-fed cheeses. And that's
I definitely do not need
Hi, how are you?
So would you rather us have that?
Hi, Roxanne.
How are
Welcome
you?
to Saginaw.
Thank you.
We warmed it up in here just for you.
I appreciate that.
A little
And
cold
it
out
smells good too. You've got somebody cooking over here, and my mouth is starting to
there. I
water.
know. What are you going to be making for us today?
Well, I have a really nice rye bread that I think we're going to make today. Some
Okay.
people love rye bread, but they don't have a good recipe for it, so I hope I change that today for them.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. This is the big day. You're on our debut edition of Michigan Magazine's Uncle Cliff's Kitchen. And we thank you very much, and Kathy too. Kathy, what are you going to be making?
I'm making apple cinnamon scones.
All right. Yes. And you're going to have to watch it on Michigan Magazine to find out more about it. Thank you, Kathy. Thanks for coming down. Appreciate that.
Vacation. Don't make the planning of it more than what you're trying to get away from. At northernmichigancabinrentals.com, you can choose from over 2,500 cabins, cottages, lodges, resorts, lakefront vacation home rentals, and more. Whatever experience you're looking for, from rustic to luxury and everything in between. No more rustling with telephone books. No more endless internet searches. Just one site with over 2,500 Northern Michigan destinations. northernmichigancabinrentals.com.
Clemix Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemix Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemix on Mapes Road, Mile. Hey, thanks for joining us for another edition of Michigan Magazine. We hope you're set and ready for summer in Michigan. It's not that far off. Plenty of family activities for you and your family to enjoy. For an official list of what's happening in your area, be sure and visit michigan.org. On a more personal note, be sure and check out the Skyline Event Center at skyline.events for the scoop at what's happening at the former Michigan Magazine Museum, now turned into an active Michigan Event Center. Then, of course, there's the spiritofmichigan.com, where you'll find out what the TV show is up to as far as events like Cowboy Weekend coming your way, Independence Day weekend at Coopersville Old West Town, Clare, Michigan, and the Lupton area. Plus, we've got some amazing deals for viewers only. Okay, now, here's today's phrase of the week. Great Lakes, good times. That's a simple one. You know what to do. Have a great week. And get up, get out, and enjoy Michigan. We'll see you next week here or 24/7 online. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Experience the beauty, artistry, and taste of Northern Michigan. Come to Amish Country Natural Products on Mount Tom Road, north of Mile, just off M33. From arts and crafts to fresh foods and vegetables, all natural, all local, all good. Stop by and get acquainted with Amish Country Natural Products, 1454 North Mount Tom Road, Mile. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pole. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com.